our class of 2015's graduation commencement ceremonies. First, I'd like to welcome all our esteemed guests. I'd like to welcome our parents, guardians, family members, and friends. And also I'd like to recognize our teachers and the staff that are present with us today. But most of all, this is a time to congratulate the members of the class of 2015 who are graduating today, Saturday, late in May, getting ready for June. A high school graduation is a ceremony that is joyous. It is accomplished. It's an accomplished occasion. It culminates 4 years of study, hard work, attainment of goals, and a recognition of the success that you have achieved. Well, let's talk about the word success for a minute, because that's really the theme of all of this. What has been more successful than the invention of the automobile? Could you imagine without it? Better have a pretty good pair of sneakers, because you'd be really walking around quite a bit, and it would be difficult. We can't do without it. What about what we would do without an automobile? But we recognize that in this country, that Henry Ford was the inventor. However, he really was not the inventor of the automobile. It was Carl Benz in Germany. He invented it in 1885. In this country, we look upon it being invented in 1908, the Model T, with the Ford Motor Company. That's success. I'm going to mention his name in a moment, Henry Ford, and you'll see what I'm referring to. This experience has been a journey that you started in freshman year. You started that journey. Pretty much everyone with you right now are people you have been with for 4 years. There have been a few inclusions and exclusions along the way. But for the most part, you've had this journey together. The magical moments, the memories, they're going to stay with you for the rest of your life. You won't remember them all, but you'll remember many. Henry Ford insightfully said, "Coming together is the beginning," which you did in freshman year. The beginning leads to staying together and progressing, what you did in 10th grade and 11th grade. But here you are right now in 12th grade. He said, keeping together is progress. Working together is success. You worked together in 10th and 11th grade. You progressed. You culminated that senior year, and there's where the success takes place. Because here you are. It's graduation day. There's the success. I've been at Trinity 1 year. Yet I can very clearly identify what makes your classes stand out. The attributes that you have, that I refer to, was the ability of the class of 215 to be an example setter. That's what you have been, an example setter for this school. The examples that you have set are those things that will transcend from year to year. The character that you have demonstrated has been recognized in how you have achieved in your studies, the demeanor that you have delivered in the hallways, school events, the reverence that you have practiced in the celebration of Mass, It's a respectful culmination of what you have achieved here. The examples I just mentioned distinguish you from the rest. You have made tremendous accomplishments. But the biggest accomplishment is the fact that you've graduated, but you have also impacted others. The classes that will follow you are impacted by your example setting. There are 3 classes now that follow you. You have made an impact on them. The tone that they will demonstrate was from your leadership. Take what you have been receiving, what you have embedded from your Christ-like training that you received here at Trinity, and continue with your good example, because that's what you have done. You've given good example to others. May the successes that you have be many. May your tribulations be very few. Trinity Catholic congratulates you, wishes you the best, every single one of you, for happiness and prosperity for the rest of your life. And may you follow the moral character that you have developed and the academic knowledge that you have attained, which is the core foundation and value of receiving a Catholic education. It has been a privilege and an honor for me to be your principal and to have had the opportunity to share with you your graduation day. God bless you all. Congratulations, the class of 2015.
The salutatory address for the class of 2014 will now be delivered by Mary Bell Raymond.
Good afternoon. I would like to extend a special welcome to Sister Mary Grace, Mayor Martin, all other dignitaries, invited guests, faculty and staff, friends and family, and fellow classmates. Today we celebrate the graduation of the class of 2015. It is my honor to give this speech as the class's salutatorian. I'll be honest, I did not know how to start off my speech, so I decided to start by looking at the definition of salutatorian. Like any good student here today, I turned to the most trustworthy reference source found on the internet, Urban Dictionary. Salutatorian. The person who just missed being valedictorian by a few GPA points. A very miserable person indeed. Second place is just the first loser. On a serious note, however, I feel rather honored to be standing in this position. We should all feel blessed to be here today to celebrate stepping into the next chapter in our lives. However, we are not only here today to celebrate moving forward, we're also here to reminisce on the experiences we're leaving behind. Like how Mr. Brella enjoys sabotaging Mrs. Barber's classroom, much to her annoyance. Or that Mr. Borsier has been here so long that he even taught Jesus how to pray. Or that Mr. Kelly still won't give me a high five. Remember how people always tried to climb over rows of seats in the auditorium? Well, I won't forget how the first and last time I tried that, I ungracefully did a split in between the chairs. Remember that first good grade you got in Mrs. Griffin's class? I won't forget the first A, excuse me, A minus, actually, I got in chemistry. Trinity Catholic High School has meant so much for me, and I'm sure many of the students here, because the experiences inside and outside of the classroom we've shared throughout the course of these 4 years. As a school centered around Catholic education, Trinity never fails to remind us about the values of charity, kindness, and respect they will no doubt carry with us as we become adults. These are the memories that we hold dear in our hearts, and as we move forward in our lives, I hope that we will always look back at how valuable our times here have been. Congratulations, class of 2015, and remember, go for growth.
It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce the Mayor of the City of Stamford, the Honorable David Martin.
Excuse me. Sister Mary Grace, Principal Caracas. If you don't mind, graduates, for just a moment, I want to talk to the moms and the dads back over here, and the grandparents over here, and the relatives, friends over here, if that's okay. And if you want, you can listen in, but I want to talk to them first, all right? Is this a good day? Yeah. Are you proud of these graduates today? That was pretty good, but let me try that one more time. And incidentally, staff, that question is for you too, okay? Are you proud of these graduates today? That's what I thought. So if I can talk to you graduates and moms and dads and grandmas and granddads and all the relatives and friends, you can listen in if you want to, but I'm going to talk to the graduates for just a moment. It is common for dignitaries and principals and salutatorians and valedictorians to come up here and give you advice about how you're should lead your lives. So here it comes. Yes, you should wear sunscreen. Yes, you shouldn't drink and drive. And yes, particularly as the mayor of this great city, if you should get a parking ticket, I want you to pay it. But far more importantly, today you honor your parents. You honor your parents. What you heard was pride. You heard love, but you also heard pride. And that pride is so strong. And your mom, your dad may not admit this, particularly your dad. But I can tell you that some of these people out here, maybe at a barbecue later today after you guys have left to do whatever it is you're going to do for the evening, or maybe it's going to be tomorrow, they're going to be sitting there, and the pride that's inside them is so great that the only way it can get out is to tears form. And they will actually cry for your success and for the pride that they have in you. They may not show you, they may not tell you, but I guarantee it's going to happen. And what I say to you is that life is full of a lot of little decisions. And the question is, how do you make those decisions? And I think, for the most part, you know what the good decisions are, the right decisions are, and the wrong decisions, and I'm not going to try to explain that to you. But what I'm going to tell you is, if you can continue to lead your life in a way that makes your parents proud of you, if you can continue to lead your life in a way that makes your school proud of you, and your community, and your city, and your country proud of you, I think that giving honor to people as you live your life, and I tell you, I think the future will turn out pretty well for you. And I think it will turn out pretty well for all of us. And it's just as simple as that. I think you know the right decisions and the wrong decisions. Lead your life in a way that brings you honor and bestows honor on all of those who love you so much. And I say to you, moms and dads, congratulations on a great day. Congratulations to you, graduates. And that's my message for you for life. Carry it forward. Be proud. Thank you.
I would now like to recognize the special people who have joined us here up on the dais this afternoon. Sister Mary Grace Walsh, Superintendent of Schools, Diocese of Bridgeport. Father Liam Quinlan, pastor of our parish here at St. Gabriel's. Father Damien Kalish, Holy Name in Stamford. Father James Rosso, pastor of St. Leo and member of our advisory board. Mr. Roger Fox, president, Trinity Catholic High School Advisory Board. Mrs. Betsy Mercedes, Advisory Board Member and TCHS Advancement Services Manager. And Mr. Ernie Borsier, teacher who is retiring after 47 years here at Trinity Catholic. Heard or will hear from everyone else on the dais. One last person, Dr. Joanne Borchetta, principal of St. Cecilia School, longtime friend of Trinity Catholic. I don't think she's missed a graduation since I've been here. We pride ourselves in being a Crusader family. At this time, anyone in the audience, not the graduates, but anyone in the audience who was a graduate of Trinity Catholic High School or Stamford Catholic High School, we'd like you to stand. We are always so happy to have you back here. Seated among our graduates are several graduates who are the last member of their family to graduate from Trinity Catholic High School. At this time, if you are the last member of your family having previous graduates, please stand. We'd like to recognize you.